Good evening and welcome to Anime-Zing Radio here on YouTube. We're running a special tonight on Wednesday. I am your host, Doug Engler. Joining me in the co-host seat is our good friend, Mr. Darren Starling. And we
So you broke up pretty bad right there.
I think that might have been on your end because I could hear a little background noise and then nothing.
Really, I got full strength and I'm in my room, so I don't know why.
I don't
That's
know.
funny. But good evening, everybody. I guess.
But we are doing a special Wednesday night show. Tonight we are reviewing the summer 2022 anime season. Angela is unable to join us tonight for multiple reasons. One, she has a D&D session tonight. Two, she didn't watch any summer anime. So she wouldn't have a whole lot to talk about. So you've got the classic D&D show, Doug and Darren. And let's pull up my anime list here. And we can start going through each of the shows and talk about the ones that we've been watching. So, Darren, I know that you've been trying to keep up with shows as you can. What are some of the ones that you've been enjoying?
Let's see. About to say, we starting at the top and just running through them, or how do you
Yeah,
want to do it?
we can start at the top. I have.
Can you read them off to me? Because I don't have it pulled up on my tablet or my computer just yet. I'm still on my phone for the next few minutes.
All right, we've got Phantom of the Idol, which I did not watch.
Phantom of the Idol, I definitely did not watch.
The Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting.
I've heard really good things about that one. I've seen quite a few screenshots as your typical weeaboo, otaku, anime nerd friends will do throughout the course of the season, doing it sharing from a meme page or posting them themselves. So I've actually seen quite a few good things about that one. I may have to add it to my list to actually check out. From what I understand, it is wholesome. And it's basically about the Yakuza taking care. I can't remember if it was a Target's kid or just a kid in general. But it sounded like an interesting premise. Just not enough for me to watch it. But now that I've heard more about it, I think I'd actually consider checking it out. What about you? Does that sound like something you'd watch? Have you heard anything about it this season?
I haven't really heard many people talk about it, to be honest. But with my busy schedule, I haven't had a chance to pay attention to much. I have a few shows that I've been watching on the regular, and of course, me being me, added a few others during the season to watch. Um, so I haven't really checked it out. It almost felt like just by the name, I was like, is this kind of like a Hina Matsuri vibe? Which Hina Matsuri was good, but I didn't know if I wanted to go down that rabbit hole again.
Okay.
Up
What's next?
next, oh, go ahead.
I was just about to say, what's next?
Up next, we've got The Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2.
Okay, not as good as season one, still enjoyable. I'm like 5 episodes behind on it, so
Yeah, I'm behind on this one as well. I agree. Not as good as season 1. We had started watching it in Japanese and then kind of was like, eh. Went back to watch it in English because that's where we watched it originally, was English dubbed. And to me, it's better in English dub because it's the voices that we know, as opposed to sometimes the Japanese to English voices can be difficult. In this case, it was the other way around for me. Um, the little girl is cute. I
about to
will say,
say she's not Natsumi though in her lolly form though. She's more like who was the one from To Love Ru? You know what I'm talking about. Celine.
okay.
That's who she reminds me of.
But she was a cute character. I have been enjoying what I've seen of it. So that was one that the wife and I had been watching together, but with the busy schedule and her getting ready for selling at AAC in a few weeks, her focus has been heavy on getting artwork prepared for that. So we kind of haven't watched much in the way of anime lately. Up next, Yofukushi no Uta.
Uh, you got an English title?
Call of the Night.
Oh, yeah. 10 out of 10. Not really, but close. Definitely watch. Highly recommended. All that good stuff.
Ko Yamori is an interesting character. I think I would cosplay him. Who's the main male character for the series.
He's 14, though.
What was that?
He's 14.
I know.
But then again, so are the majority of anime protagonists in the first place.
Yeah. And Nazuna is a lovable, enjoyable vampire chick. And I like the art style on this, and I like the fact that they drew a cute anime character that isn't overly voluptuous. I mean, you have some of those types of characters in this show, but like the main chick is cute and she's got like, not extremely curvy.
I have to say, I kind of like the childhood best friend too, but I still like Nazuna better.
Yeah.
Even though if the best friend would be more of my type.
Oh yeah. It has been, like I said, I've been enjoying it. I agree with an 8.05 rating on my anime list. Actually, I think it should be a little higher than that, but I've been enjoying it quite a
Like
bit.
8.5.
Yeah, I would probably give that like an 8.5. Up next is a show that I have not started yet because I still need to watch season 3. And that is Overlord, season 4.
Pretty interesting season so far. A couple of surprises. I will say this, Doug. There's one character that you may not have liked or may not have realized you respect, but toward the end of season 4, you will respect him.
Yeah.
And he's one of those characters that you never thought in a million years would earn your respect.
But I already like Einzelgoon.
Yeah, by the way, he still doesn't know what's going on.
So our cat is properly named then. Because our cat doesn't know what's going on half the time either. Up next, another show I have not seen. Classroom of the Elite, Season 2.
Okay, I am shooting myself for not getting into it because I've seen season 1 and it was great. It was like a hybrid of my youth romantic comedy. It was a hybrid of that, Bunny Girl Senpai, and there was one other. It was like a mixture of 3 of the best school rom-coms with a sinister side to it. It kind of the way the classes are structured, it's kind of like a Baka and test structure where you have A, B, C, D, And of course, they're all competing with each other. And of course, the people in the lower classes are there for a reason. And it is one of the more intriguing shows this season. And unfortunately, I have seen spoilers for some of the recent episodes. So it has reminded me why I need to go back and start watching it.
I think we all have shows like that we need to go back and it's like, okay, the latest episode was great. I need to go and start it now.
It's like those shows that you forget are airing, and then all of a sudden you see your friend posting about them, and it's just like one little screenshot, and you're like, oh, yep, that just got added back to my list again.
Next on the list is a show that this first season of the show was ranked pretty high on my anime list. Season 2, not so much. And that's Rent a Girlfriend. It's sitting at a 6.86.
Wow. That actually is pretty low. Well, where is Girlfriend ranked?
I don't know where that is. That wasn't a summer season one, so.
No, I know. I'm just saying though, I don't know which character is more annoying. Which main male character is more annoying? The one that knows what he wants or the one that doesn't know what he wants?
I think the one that doesn't know what he wants is more annoying. At least the one that knows what he wants, he's annoying in a different way. He's just kind of spineless and he tries to do too much as opposed to the guy who doesn't know what he wants.
True.
Up next.
But on that note, season 3 confirmed. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if the people continue to dog on it as the third season comes to fruition.
And I will say this, I did start season 2 and I lost interest. I
So
kind of
My
was like,
Hero deal.
eh. It's like he's so annoying and like the storyline was like it was a great original concept when season 1 came out. Season 2 it's like you're not keeping up with the fun and the energy level of season 1. The fact it has a third season coming out, I don't know if I even want to bother, but that's going to depend on what else is airing that season.
Well, you're gonna have to finish season 2 first, but you'd
Yeah,
probably be more apt to finish Overlord before you finish that.
possibly. Next up is Made in Abyss, the Golden City of the Scorching Sun.
Okay, I've heard a lot of stuff about Made in Abyss. Definitely one of those anime that will make you go, "What the?" Because it looks like a cutesy show when you first get into it, but it is everything but.
Yep.
I've heard really good things about this season, so is it a show I'd want to check out anytime soon? Probably not. Is it one I'd add to my list for further down the road if I'm running out of stuff? Probably. Will I watch it at some point? Probably. Just not anytime soon.
I have no interest in it, if I'm being honest. I've heard mixed reviews on it, but it's like, I don't know if I want to watch this. So up next, we have got Licorice Recoil.
I've heard so much about this show that I just need to bite the bullet and start it.
It's got an 8.27 rank on my anime list.
Which is pretty good.
Made in Abyss has an 8.82.
Yeah, because like I was saying, Made in Abyss is one of those that it's regardless of whether you like it or not, the story itself is well written enough that Well,
It
highly rateable. May not be as enjoyable, but in terms of quality altogether, that's where they tend to focus, and that's why it's got such a high rating because it is a quality show.
oh yeah. Up next, we have Don Machi, or Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, Season 4.
I did not watch season 3 yet because I'm behind. So there's your answer to that one for me on season 4.
I have not started Season 4 yet either, which I know that may be a surprise to some with how much I really enjoyed Season 3. But currently on High Dive, I am watching too much stuff. On High Dive right now, I'm watching Call of the Night, Luminous Witches, My Isekai Life, Shine Post, and that's just High Dive, not counting Crunchyroll. So I don't really have the time at the moment to start that one. Maybe if I get some time where I don't have to worry about traveling for conventions or things of that nature, and I can sit down and kind of binge some stuff, I may start it to catch up to where it's at. I know the summer season is just about over.
I have to say, time flies when you're either working or having fun.
Oh yeah, and sometimes you're working to have fun.
Depends on what day it is and what I'm doing.
Next up on my anime list, we have Uncle from Another World.
Yet again, highly talked about. Haven't started.
It's got a 7.95 rating. So people seem to like it. It's definitely rated higher than Rent a Girlfriend Season 2. Have
Well,
not seen it.
it's
Don't
had a
know a whole lot about it.
it's had from my understanding, it has an interesting twist on the whole another world thing, and that's part of the reason for the ratings. I think is it's something that's actually different.
Okay. I don't know if it's one I'm going to start or not, but um, definitely a possibility. Our next anime up is My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex, and that's got a 6.91 rating. Still higher than Rent a Girlfriend Season 2, but not by much.
I like it, but I'm a sucker for those types of romances.
I have not started it. Wasn't sure if it was something I wanted to watch or not.
Do you know the basic synopsis or no?
Not really. I didn't look much into it.
Basically, guy and girl dated in middle school. They broke up. Then, lo and behold, their parents get married because they're both single parents. Therefore, reuniting them, and she's now having to live with her ex boyfriend, and vice versa. And they're having to basically try and pretend that they're basically trying to fulfill the brother sister relationship and not reveal that they have a past together, which
Interesting.
doesn't work out very well. Well, they, from my understanding, they managed to do it in front of their parents for the most part, but at school, it kind of becomes blatantly obvious.
Yeah, it usually happens that way. Up next, we have Vermeil in Gold.
Need to start. Heard good things about, and also seen. I heard something about a tragic backstory from one of these characters, and I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. Plus, it seems like the type of show I'd enjoy anyway.
And it's a fantasy ecchi.
Yeah, which we haven't seen in a while.
So I might have to start that. That's a High Dive one. Because I didn't really know anything about it. So that could be something interesting. Next is a show I have been enjoying. Probably a little too much. One of those dirty pleasure shows. And that is Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World.
Same here. I am one episode or two episodes behind. That's one I'm actually fairly caught up on.
Hello, Snowplays. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello to everybody who's tuning in, joining us for our summer review show here. We're going show by show through my anime list of the summer 2022 season and talking about, what we've seen, what we haven't seen, our thoughts and opinions on the shows. And we are scrolled past quite, not a ton, but we scrolled past a few. And what have we gone through? 3, 6, 9, 12. So we're on the 14th different show thus far. And Harem Labyrinth of Another World. Roxanne's a cute character. I kind of like the idea of building his team out of slaves, pretty much, but he treats them as equals. Not so much that they are under him, but more like he wants Roxanne to, at some point, become his wife, it seems like. And I know with the addition of his second slave in the last episode, I have not seen today's episode yet, so I'll probably go watch that after the show tonight. I'm curious to see how the next one, the newest addition to the team, does. Up next, we have Engage Kiss. I have not seen this one. Don't really know much about it.
Data Live 2.0. That's the vibe it gave off. It's got some. I'm trying to think of another show I've seen that can compare to it. I'll put it to you this way. Watch it. It's interesting.
Okay.
If you like Data Live, I think you would like it.
Possibly. It's a Crunchyroll title. Next on the list here is My Isekai Life. I gained a second character class. I need to click on it here. And became the strongest sage in the world. I need to continue this.
I skipped over that entirely.
It hasn't been all that bad, if I'm being honest. He has an interesting use of the magic that he has, the way that he can do things, and he basically shows himself as a tamer with a lot of slimes and a wolf, but is very overpowered. So, it's interesting the storyline that has developed. He's gotten himself into something that was probably a lot bigger than he thought. I'm going to try not to give anything away, but his power surprises people. His intellect surprises even more people because he figures out ways to try to make enemies think he's not as powerful as he is, where allies don't have a single clue as to just how powerful he really is.
So Kirito in season 1 of Sword Art Online.
Maybe.
Because his original party didn't know how strong he was.
True. Next on the docket, when will Ayamu make his move? Have not seen it. Don't know anything about it.
I really need to watch that one only because it's the same author as Takagi-san. And I love Takagi, so.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about that one, so I will let you watch it and give us your opinions on it later. Up next is a show I said I wasn't going to watch, and then I watched it. And man, does it feel like it's poking fun at the world that we just went through in 2020 and 2021. And that's a show called Parallel World Pharmacy. After the recent influx in isekais involving people wanting to make their own pharmacies, they brought out a different spin on the pharmacy isekai. In this one, a man basically works himself to death trying to work on creating medicines to heal people after losing his younger sister at a very young age. He then is reincarnated in the body of a young boy who has the mark of the god of medicine. So he's got abilities beyond compare, but that's because he literally is a god. So it's an interesting spin on things. I like the card you just sent me. That's pretty funny. I could see that at a convention.
Oh my. And of
But
course, I'm getting spoilers from ending credits of Harem to the Labyrinth of Another World, and damn, that's all I gotta say.
and you have not watched Parallel World Pharmacy yet, right?
Nope.
But it's been very interesting, and where they're at in the series right now is they are trying to stop a pandemic from entering into the kingdom, and the pandemic they're trying to stop is known as the Black Death. So it's kind of interesting because that's an actual disease that has run through our world years and years ago. So
Yep.
it's kind of neat to see where he takes the knowledge from his previous life in Japan as a researcher and brings it over to a different world and is able to diagnose things that most people can't diagnose and such. And it's rated decently on my anime list at a 7.57.
Hmm.
I know a lot of people love the little pink-haired girl. I think her name's Loetta or something like that. Lotte.
Hmm.
I think Ross, one of our loyal listeners, loves him some Lolette. So or Lotte, or I'm not sure how they pronounce it. I'm hoping it gets dubbed. I'd like to go back rewatch it in English dub because most of these shows I'm watching in Japanese,
Which is
and
rare
then
for you.
I go back and rewatch it in English so I can see if I can find more new and awesome voice actors to come on the show, and B, see how some of the stuff translates over into English. Next on the docket here, we have Black Summoner. I have not heard of this one. Actually, I've heard of it, but I did not watch any of it.
Same.
It's an action fantasy isekai reincarnation.
Of course.
Of course, an isekai, but we're not watching it. That's the surprising part. One show I think you're watching up next, but doesn't have a very high rating. It's got a 6.37, which is below Rent a Girlfriend season 2. And that is The Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious.
Hey, cute maid girl. I'll watch. I don't care what the rating is.
Have you started it yet, or?
I haven't. It keeps getting kicked down the road. I think I might have attempted to, but I fell asleep because I was that tired. But look, cute maid, I'll go for it.
And I have not started that. Like I said, I'm watching quite a bit right now between Funimation and Crunchyroll. I'm not sure if I could add more to to my watch list right now with my work schedule, but maybe where I'm not planning on going anywhere this weekend. Maybe one little trip on Sunday, but um,
You mean no conventions this weekend? Oh my goodness.
no conventions, no disc golf tournament. Just like Saturday, I don't even want to leave the house.
I'm proud
So
of you.
I'm going to try to do something that's virtually impossible for me to do, and that is relax.
I know your struggle, sir.
Up next on the list, we have Shadow's House second season.
Don't know anything about the first season. Can't comment on the second season.
Same here. I know a lot of people like it. It's of the slice of life and supernatural world. Studio Cloverworks is working on that one, and that's got a rating of a 7.97, so that's up there pretty good.
Hmm.
Up next is a show I think Angela said she's waiting for it to completely drop, and then they'll binge it, and that's Ruby Ice Queendom.
I'm
Pretty
not
much,
a I'm not a Ruby person.
I know she is. I've never seen any Ruby. I'm not gonna trash anything. I'm just never seen Ruby. Have never really been looking into watching Ruby. So, but I know that there's a lot of people out there who do enjoy it.
Yeah. Technically not anime, but at the same time, I've seen other stuff considered as anime that's not. So, eh,
And then up next is Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer.
know nothing about.
It's got a 5.46 rating, so I don't know how good of a show it is. Oh, that's only out of 40K people, so about 40,000 people putting a rating in. Um, it's listed as an action adventure comedy drama. So
Huh.
that's quite the interesting combination. Up next, we have Futo Pai.
Okay, I've seen a lot of screenshots from this one from my friends, but I haven't bothered checking it out, and I don't know the synopsis of it.
The synopsis says Shutataro Hidori, a hard-boiled private investigator from the Narumi Detective Agency, lives for the sake of protecting the peace in the city of Futo alongside his inquisitive partner, Philip. One fine night, Shintaro encounters a mysterious woman named Tokame, who is soon linked to several cases of homicide and thieves or theft. Shintaro's investigation leads him to people using Gia memory units similar to thumb drives holding vast amounts of data, to turn into formidable beasts called dependents. While the majority of Gia users were put down by the detective team in the past, a number of them still remain, posing a great threat to public safety.
Hmm.
Sounds interesting. People like it. It's got a 7.59, almost a 7.6.
Kind of sounds like that one show I watched the other season. What was it? What was it? What was it? It was that one. Uh, I don't remember what it was. As soon as I find it, I'll say something.
Up next is a show that I've heard of but never watched. It took many years for them to come out with a second season, and that is Tokyo Mew Mew New, which you kind of got to love the name of.
Of course.
Tokyo Mew Mew New. Fantasy, romance, sci-fi.
Meow meow.
New.
Whenever, whenever I hear Mew, all I can think about is Mew.
Pokemon.
Yes. especially the conversation that he had with Mewtwo in the very first movie.
I don't think I saw that.
Really?
Yeah, I was more of a game player on like Nintendo Switch, Nintendo DS, and stuff than I was TV watcher. I didn't watch many of the episodes.
I thought you'd at least seen the first movie, considering that was one of the biggest deals in the US the time it was released.
I don't even think I was watching anime at the time that was released. I don't
Ah,
even.
now I remember what TV show that other one sounded like. It sounded like Fairy Gone.
Ah, up next on the list we have Orient. Um, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the rest of that because I will butcher it, and it doesn't have an English title.
Let me see. Let me see here.
Awa
Uh,
Jishima Getiku Hen.
hold on.
Gekitu Hen.
Awajishima Gekito Hen?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, nothing about.
Know nothing about it. Not watching it, obviously, if I know nothing about it. Um, Next, we have Drop Kick on My Devil X.
Season 2, basically. But
Uh,
no,
thir-
season 3.
Third season
This is
of
this is
Dropkick.
one I keep meaning to watch. Have you seen the clip where the girl delivers as Miku or the girl steals the leak from the girl dressed as Miku?
No,
Never mind then.
I have not.
Basically, this is a good comedy. Um,
Yeah,
here's here's the original synopsis for season 1. Jashin Chan is a demon who was summoned by Yurine Hanazono, a gothic-looking girl. Unable to return home as the relevant spell was not included in the summoning grimoire, Jashin Chan resorts to violence to liberate herself from her earthly shackles. However, this is easier said than done, as Urine is no weakling herself. She, in fact, possesses formidable physical power and uses it to massacre Jashin Chan in a variety of ways, be it shoving her arm in a blender, spreading her intestines across the room, or even cooking her. Though these actions would be fatal to anyone without the ability to regenerate, Jashin Chan isn't exactly undeserving of this treatment. Stuck with each other, Urinate lets Jashin Chan live with her in exchange for work around the apartment. And this cohabitation results in situations where, more often than not, Jashin Chan ends up in pieces. So this sounds the exact opposite of bludgeoning angel Dokuro-chan. Because in that one, the guy is the one that's constantly getting killed by Dokuro-chan. But this time you got two girls.
Ah,
It also sounds like Kobayashi in a sense that she can at least regrow her tail.
yeah. So you mean Toru from Kobayashi?
Yes. Because this girl does have a tail. If you look in the picture, similar to Toru's.
Okay.
Um, it's been on my plan to watch list for a while. So there's that. And
It seems pretty popular.
the scores are pretty consistent. Season 1 had a 7.45. Season 2, hold on, let me look. Hold on. Okay. Prequel.
Hello, Ross. I hope you're having a wonderful evening.
Okay, so the scores are across the board. Um,
Seven
so
four fives.
the original had a 7, then it went to a 7.14, and season 3 has a 7.45. So not terrible ratings, and the ratings seem to keep going up.
Well, nothing wrong with that. Up next, we have Utaware Rumono, Mask of Truth. I know nothing about this.
This is a continuation of another. I've heard of the other one. Okay, so there's several different variations of this. Okay, so would technically be like a season 4.
Okay. A lot of extended season animes this season.
Yeah, because you got this one, then you got this one. So yeah, that's technically a season 4.
Like I said, I know nothing of the series or the show, so I cannot really comment on it. I cannot comment on the next one on the docket, Shine On, Bakumatsu Bad Boys. I'm guessing that's a continuation of a series called Shine On. I think I've heard of Shine On before, but I could be confusing it with another series.
You are.
Oh, I'm confusing it with K-On! This is
Oh
not a
wow.
musical anime.
My friend Matt would call you a heretic right now. Like, how dare you insult Kaon like that?
Hey, I can't even get through the first season of K-On! And I've attempted 6 times. I've lost interest in that. It's like a series that I want to watch, and then I lose interest in. But I keep trying.
Well, at least you gave up with My Hero, so you did something right.
I gave up on My Hero. I gave up on
Fairy Tale.
Fairy Tale. Love Live Superstar second season.
I haven't.
Obviously,
I
most
haven't seen
popular.
any of them.
I have seen like the original Love Live. I've seen in its entirety, minus the movie. Love Live, the second
Sunshine.
Sunshine. I've seen in its entirety. Love Live, the third edition, I gave up on because it sucked. Even though it got a second season, I didn't finish the first season because I thought it was terrible. Love Live Superstar Season 1 bumped it in front of Love Live Sunshine because I liked the fact that it was a 5 girl group, not the typical 9 like all the other shows. Then you fast forward to Season 2. Now they have underclassmen, and they bring in four new girls to the squad to make them a team of 9. I do like how they made it 9 in season 2 and not just right add everybody in the first part and you see them fail because they waited. It was a school that only had one class basically, not one class, but one. Everybody was a freshman. There was no upperclassmen because it was a newer school. So then when they moved ahead a year. They bring in underclassmen, and the original cast has moved up a grade. So I like that aspect of it. The music is still really good dance scenes, things of that nature. It's Love Live. It is what it is. People love the idol shows. They love the music groups shows like this. I still say it's not as good as the original Love Live, but it's better than Sunshine. I will stick by that. It's got an 8.10 rating, so people really like it. And do they like it because the show's that good? I think the show honestly is that good. Um, and I give it more credit than the namesake of people like it just because it's Love Live. Next on the list here, we have Smile of the Arsnatoria, the animation. I don't know anything about this show.
Same. Apparently, it's based off of a game.
And Ross, referring to the Love Live comments, said, dropped the series right after Sunshine, was getting burnt out, basically lost interest in the idols somewhat, which is understandable. I would say give Superstar a chance. Not saying you have to watch the whole thing, get really wrapped up into it. I can understand being burnt out by all the Love Live shows that keep going and going and going. And I apologize if I'm a little late getting to comments in the chat because I'm flipping between tabs. And so I'm not always seeing them as they come up. But give Superstar a little bit of a chance. Up next, we have got League of Nations Air Force Aviation Magic Band Luminous Witches. That's right, folks. Strike Witches meets Love Live. What happens to the girls who have the powers of witches and suck at it? Well, they create a music band and try to help people through song instead of fighting the Neuroi. It was
So basically a failed version of the three from Princess Connect Redive that were idols and were actually good at fighting.
Kinda, because these were all girls who were they were all originally drafted except for one who joined after the fact as they were trying to put together this music group. And it's kind of neat to see how they put a wartime anime and mix it with the idol hype that's going on. Everybody talks about, the isekai train that's been rolling for years. Idol animes are right up there, and you had to figure it was only time before they added some sort of music group to this world, which is world. And I kind of roll my eyes, being like, this is just so cliche. But it's interesting that they incorporate the other witches, and from having watched just about everything that has been put out from the Strike Witches, Brave Witches, Phenom thus far, I know exactly the time frame, and I hate to say it, but I know exactly the time frame that this anime is based off of, because a very big event that happens in Strike Witches they talk about in this show. And I don't want to give anything away. So it was kind of neat to be like, okay, I now understand where in the time frame of the World Witches this particular series is taking place. So that's kind of neat. And Ross, speaking sarcastically, and yes, people, these witches does wear pants. Never watched, honestly. Actually, I'm trying to think. They wear striker units, but a lot of them are wearing like skirts and stuff like that. In fact, I'm trying to remember. I think the next episode of that drops tomorrow. 4 days. I'm sorry. Episode 12 drops in 4 days, and I've got one episode I need to watch. So I'm behind one episode on that. Call of the Night drops tomorrow. That's the one that I got to watch tomorrow night. Up next, we have Prima Doll. I have not seen. Don't really know anything about it.
Same here. Heard I've heard okay things, and reading the synopsis, it kind of sounds like well, basically, it's a robot cafe, or what they call automata. Kind of reminds me of Beatless in the regards, or Plastic Memories. basically any of these shows that have like fake humans, um, and basically they just run a cafe and they wear cute dresses. That's the gist I get from this.
So this is Nekopara robot version. Instead of cats, they're robots.
Um, okay. And this one girl loves to sing. So
The next row, I am just going to skip altogether because I have not seen any of the three that are on there, and none of them are rated all that high. And that's Yuri Deko, Tipin, Laughing Till You Cry, and Shoot Goal to the Future.
wait, you skip Phantom of the Idol.
Where was that one?
Literally right below Prima Doll. At least on the one I'm looking at.
Oh no, the one I'm looking at doesn't have Phantom of the Idol. It has Shoot Goal to the Future underneath.
Huh. Well, I'm not using my anime list. I'm using the app associated with it. So
Yeah, I'm on my anime lists site for 22 summer.
okay. Well, there's one below it called Phantom of the Idol. I've heard okay things about this from some of my friends that are actually watching this.
Yeah, does that even show up on here? I've got to scroll back up.
Kamikuzu Idol is the name of the whatchamacallit.
Oh, Phantom of the Idol was the first one that
Oh,
I
that's
talked
right.
about. So
That's
yeah, that
weird.
was
So why would it be that far out of whack, out of place?
the way the way that it's ranked on here. I'm realizing is by how many people voted or how many people have put reviews about the shows.
Well, so is this one. Like, how many people are actually interested in it? So I don't know how that's at the top. It only has 16,000.
I have no idea how that was number one either.
Oh well.
Get
So you
up,
said Teppen, Shoot Gold to the Future, and what was the other one?
Yuri Deko.
I don't even see that one listed on mine. Huh, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know anything about any of these three, so I was gonna skip past them. Um,
That's
and
weird.
Ross says I didn't get a chance to watch Phantom of the Idol. I'm considering it because I don't know if it's a romance or not. What
If I had to take a guess, no. Because
it
the
says
main
comedy,
character.
supernatural, uh, idol female, idol male, music for themes. Next on the list is Shinepost. I know there's a lot of idol anime out there. And I know that Love Live is hugely popular and everybody talks about Love Live. And I was asked when the season began by one of our listeners, one of my friends, Rob, who is really big into the world of idols, saying I should check out Shinepost and let him know what I think. Well, I'll let you know what I think about Shinepost. I think this storyline blows Love Live out of the water. It's not as popular as Love Live, but I think the storyline is 10 times better. It's more original, and it's not the same old crap that you're getting from every season of Love Live of we need to save our school, we need to keep our school going. We need to attract more people coming to our school to create a school idol to go to the Love Live. This is a group of girls that's already in an idol group it's a storyline where that talks about how they all have to grow and overcome personal difficulties and personal challenges, whether it be a mistake that they can't get past, whether it's, feeling like you're not good enough to take center stage. Shinepost really has kind of blown me away when it comes to the world of idol and singing anime. I might even, like, if we go for like music based anime, not just idol, but like you could include K-On, AKB0048, all the Love Live stuff, include Show by Rock because that's a lot of music stuff. I would put Shinepost up there, probably top 3. And it's not done yet with season 1. And I really hope this gets a second season because I love what I've seen thus far in the first season. And this is one of those shows that once it completely drops, I'm probably going to go and try to binge it all in one sitting. I've been that impressed with this. It's got a 712 rating. I think it's a lot better, in my personal opinion, than what the rating gives it, but it's only got like 10,000 views on there, so I know you're not huge into the idol stuff, Darren, but
I'd say the closest I've ever gotten to an idol anime was Zombieland Saga.
I would say give Shinepost a try. Just because the storyline behind it and the character building in it is up there with some of the best that I've seen, in my opinion. And you and I have very similar tastes on a lot of shows, so I think you would like it. Love Live, don't waste your time. This show, check it out. Give it a 3-episode trial.
I still need to watch The Idol Master.
Up next, we've got The Prince of Tennis 2, U17 World Cup. Have not watched any of the Prince of Tennis series. Don't know really anything about it other than, look, they play tennis. And that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have Musashi no. I don't know anything about this one. It's a sequel.
A low-rated show. The prequel was also a low-rated show, 5.37, and aired in 2015.
Well, we sucked back then. Let's see if we can do even worse now. We did at a 4.73. Next, we have Extreme Hearts. Don't know anything about this show. From what I see,
Aspiring singer moved to Tokyo to make her debut.
so another music anime. Is that the direction that shows are going to go? We're going to start seeing less isekai and more music-based animes?
I don't know.
And don't get me wrong, some of the music in these shows is really good. And a lot of the, like, the Shinepost, if the singers for that ever put on a concert in the US and were close by, I would go and see that. I'd probably go and see some of the Love Live performances.
Okay.
Because the music's really good.
Okay, so apparently this Extreme Hearts, that's what the girl started as, and then after she fails her auditions and struggles to sell songs, finally she partakes in Extreme Hearts. The popular event is a hyper sports tournament. So it's a failed music career turned sports.
Okay.
But with a 608, that means it's not
Terrible.
good, but it's not terrible.
KJ File, no idea. I've never even heard of that. And then we have Nights with a Cat, 16 episodes. They're all short, 2-minute episodes. People seem to like this one, though. It's got almost a 7 at a 6.93.
Well, about to say you might like this. This guy's never owned a cat before, but his younger sister moves into his house with her cat. Inexperienced with cats, he has no idea what to expect, and each night after he returns home is marked by odd and endearing surprises from his new pet. So, in other words, life of a cat owner.
The art just looks really weird.
It's like Saisei Sun. It's like some of those more classic Japanese early morning long running series. I don't know. It's like what you'd expect to see on a Japanese Saturday morning, I guess.
Up next is the latest edition of Card Fight Vanguard, Will plus Stress.
Because of course, Yu-Gi-Oh won't die, and of course you got to have another card game up in there. So why not make it card fight?
I have honestly never seen any of that, so I cannot comment. In fact, I don't think anything else on the list here is anything that I'm watching.
Or even heard of.
Or even heard of. So we're going to kind of just skip over that, since I wasn't expecting us to go for over an hour. Of course, there's the continuing shows, including One Piece, Detective Conan still going, Crayon Shin-Chan is still going.
A couple of ones actually worth talking about. Summertime Render, just from the images, has been piquing my interest recently. And then, of course, a couple of Cuckoos. I think I started that one and really need to just finish it because that is my type of show.
I started a couple of Cuckoos. I think we got through almost the whole first season or the first 12 episodes. I know it's continuing on. Um, it has been very interesting. It was kind of meh, and then there was a neat twist that got thrown in there, and then it kind of went back to meh because they didn't talk anymore about the twist. So we've got to. That was a series that my wife and I had started watching, and we watched the first 12 episodes together. So I kind of want to continue having those couple of shows that she and I watch. So it may be a bit before I get back to watching that one, Data Live season 4, and also
I still need to watch
Devil's a
season 4
Part-Time.
because I need Kurumi. I need Kurumi in my life. And of course, Pokemon is still going after how many years? 22, 23,
23, somewhere around there.
26. No, it's like 26 now because it started in 96.
Yeah. And we have apparently there was a Hololive show that came out. It says 4 2-minute episodes. Hololive Summer 2020.
Huh.
So that's the world of VTubers.
Wow. And then we got, oh wow, here's something. So, yeah, you've heard of the show Kingdom, right?
Yes.
We're on season 4. Guess what the rating is?
Really bad?
8.82.
Wow.
It's ranked number 28 on all of my anime lists.
And then you had some special series that came out. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Season 4, episode 0, which was a recap of the previous 3 seasons. Tokyo Mew Mew New had a mini anime, 3 episodes at 0 minutes. It says here. How you have an episode that is 0 minutes long, I don't know.
Oh, there's a couple of ONAs. Oh yeah, this one show that's taken the anime community by storm recently. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I've seen just a lot of people posting about that one.
Yeah, I've heard of Cyberpunk, but I have not watched any of it.
Oh, so there was more JoJo. Okay, Stone Ocean Part 2. Okay. So season 5 or 6, Part 2. And then more Kakegurui. I like I like Kake. Oh, here's one that you might have been interested in.
What's that?
A herbivorous dragon of 5,000 years gets unfairly villainized.
I saw that, and I'm not sure where to find that, but I don't even know if I want to. Like I said, I've
A
got so much stuff.
5,000-year-old herbivorous dragon was living peacefully when one day a young girl showed up in his cave. She offered herself as a sacrifice in order to gain favor for her village. He played along as the great evil dragon, the demon lord's army leader, in order to get rid of her. However, his little white lie awoke her hidden powers and his peaceful life suddenly ended.
Interesting.
Then we got more Playtest Maids episodes, shorts from Overlord. You know the little chibi episodes?
Yeah.
More of those. Obey Me season 2. And then a lot of these seem to be Chinese um anime.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty much all of these are Chinese. I find it funny that they've started including Chinese on this.
And Ross in the chat room has talked about stepmother's daughter is my ex. Didn't like the ex-girlfriend, too immature. Last episode kind of sucked for me. We're talking about a couple of cuckoos. Says he doesn't like the sister or the crush in the show, greedy and self-personality of the two girls.
Mm. Oh, so there's more Ari Fuerta. There's a OVA that dropped. Sweet. Oh, there was a couple of movies that dropped too. Let's see. The only one I recognize out of the bunch is Euro Camp or Laid Back Camp. I heard a lot of good things about that series in general.
The movie got a 7.69 rating, so.
Yeah.
Of course, One Piece, everybody, the fans of One Piece are still keeping that alive. That's got a 7.92 for a rating for the film Red.
Let's see, is this a Makoto Shinkai video? Makoto Shinkai did one recently, I think. Uh, oh well. Wow, how much more are they gonna do for Utano Prince Sama? Ugh. Just seems like they do a lot for that series.
I have no idea how much more they're going to do. Some of these shows they just like to drag out, apparently.
Well, they're moneymakers, so that's why.
Exactly. But on that
And
note,
lastly, sorry,
good.
special episode wise, there's a new Doctor Stone episode that came out. I need to watch it. And then there's a is this is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon oh yeah, so that was the recap episode I think you talked
Yep.
about.
Yep, that was a recap episode.
Then you got Mobile Suit Gundam, more Bang Dream, dang. Tokyo Mew Mew New. And then that's it. Wow, they even started listing music down here. That's crazy.
But that's going to do it for tonight's show as we looked back at the summer 2022 anime season, the shows that we've been enjoying, the shows that have been very bleh, and shows that we didn't even really that didn't interest us enough to watch. As we mentioned earlier, Angela did not join us tonight. She has a D&D session that she is a part of tonight, so hopefully she's having fun and enjoying that. This Sunday, we are going to be joined by Scree Cosplay, a very talented cosplayer that I met at Kineticon. So it's going to be a lot of fun talking with them. So you definitely want to stick around for that. October 2nd, we are going to be doing our fall preview show. Granted, a couple of shows probably will have dropped by then, but that was the earliest that we'd be able to do a fall preview show. Look ahead at what animes are going to be coming out for fall 2022. There have been a lot of announcements of shows already that are coming out next season, and some that have been moved, much to the dismay of many, including Fury, has been bumped back to 2023. Which makes me sad because I was looking forward to more Fury.
Of course, because how can you not love? How can you not wait on syrup?
How can you not love Maple in general?
Sure.
And I'm just kind of skimming over some of the shows that are coming out because it's like, which ones were supposed to come out next season? And I'm not seeing one that I thought was supposed to come out.
Let me see here.
Or maybe that's coming out winter.
Ooh, but I already see two off the top of the list that I'll definitely be watching.
Oh yeah, right off the top of the list, I can see 1, 2. Scrolling through.
Wow, there's actually a lot of new shows next season.
3, 4. I see 4 shows just scrolling quickly through that have piqued my interest and are probably going to be watching.
There's one show I'm regretting not watching when it first aired because now I have to watch all these episodes to keep up with it to go back and catch up to it.
Yeah?
Yeah, welcome to the Demon School, Iramakun.
I think I had started that, but didn't get very far.
I'm kind of regretting that one just because it seems to be one of those ones that got a second season and apparently is now getting a third. So they must be doing something right.
Yeah, I'm not seeing like the one show I was really looking forward to that I know is getting a second season, but they have not announced when it's coming out. Kuma Bear. They have not announced when that's coming out yet. Because I found it in the later tab on my anime list. Also under the later tab, other shows to keep an eye out for include Data Live Season 5, Killing Slimes for 300 Years and Maxed Out My Level Season 2,
Oh, I'm
Jobless
sorry.
Reincarnation second season,
I'm seeing a lot of stuff in winter that is definitely on my list.
Konosuba Season 3. That's going to be
Where,
on your list.
where's that at?
That's on the later tab. So it doesn't have an exact release date on when that's coming out. At some point, I will probably need to check out Uzaki. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro.
Please do. Please do yourself a favor.
Oh, More by the Grace of the Gods. I'm looking. Oh, that's going to be a good one. I've really enjoyed the first season of that. But anyway, as I said, have a good night, everybody. We will see you back here again here on Anime-Zing Radio this Sunday with our guest Scree Cosplay. Until then, stay safe, keep watching anime, and we'll see you right here again on more Anime-Zing Radio on YouTube. And next time we'll also be on Twitch and Facebook. Have a good night, everyone.
Yes, please watch more anime than we're currently doing right now.
Ross says he has 23 shows to watch this fall season.
Damn. I only saw 2.